y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lala Living here, and today I'm going to be showing you exactly how I installed this quick weave. This was my first time ever doing a quick weave, and to be honest, it's not gonna be my last time. Like, look at this. And it was quick. Like, it's given what the name means. Like, it was a quick weave, and I really love it. It was super easy, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I installed my quick weave. So if you guys are interested in achieving this style, stay tuned, because I'm going to be showing you everything I used, including the weave, the glue, the protectant, gel, everything, and my braiding style that I use to braid down my hair underneath this. And I'm not a braider like that, so trust me, if I can do it, you can probably do it too. So go ahead and screenshot. This is everything I'm going to be using for this install. You'll see my bloom and bundle wet and curly hair. I also have the rubber diamond bond protective shield, Salon Pro hair glue, my heat protectant, which I just got from the beauty supply store. Well, everything came from the beauty supply store. I also have a tint, or like a coloring brush, comb, scissors, and of course a blow dryer. As you guys can see, I am so excited to be doing this, and honestly y'all, look at my hair, not the little ponytail, come through ponytail. But so this is how I got started. Since I'm doing a side part, I'm just gonna get my leave out together. So I'm just creating kind of like a V part, and this is gonna be the hair that I'm gonna use to cover the tracks at the front part. So this is gonna be like what I'm gonna leave out. And so after I separate it, I'm just gonna go ahead and put my hair in one, and then I'm going to braid the leave out. And I'm doing this because I just want it to be secured. I want it to be all together, and because I'm going to be putting a cap on, I don't want to take a risk of cutting my hair. So best thing to do is just braid your leave out so that you have it right there, one braid. You don't got to worry about it. So after I'm finished with braiding my leave out, I'm just going to go ahead and section off some of my baby hairs also. So this is going to help me create like that swoop, that more natural, realistic look of, you know, leave out type of sewing. So you can leave out however much as you want. Some people leave out a lot more so that they can actually put their hair up into one, like a versatile sewing, but I just want a little something on the side. This is still very much so a protective style for me, so I don't want to leave out too much hair. And so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead now and do my braids. I'm just gonna do some basic cornrows, and I'm rowing it back straight. Okay, you can do it like however you want, but I'm not the best braider, and this is how I braid my hair underneath all my wigs and underneath all my caps. So just some really nice flat braids. You want to make sure it's flat because you just want your quick weave to lay really flat. So after I did one braid, I'm just going to go ahead and do that until all of my hair is braided. So this is what it's looking like. It's like giving jail braids, but it's cute, I guess. But anyway, this is the cap I'm going to be using. Make sure you get a black cap. It's going to save you a lot of time, and it's just more secure to use that because you won't see like if you didn't cover a certain area. So I'm going to put on my stocking cap, my weave cap, and I'm going to take a concealer and mark out my leave out. And I'm doing this because later on I'm going to come through and cut my cap, and also this is going to help me with placing my wefts onto the cap. I'll know exactly where to stop, and that line means anywhere outside of the V gets a track on it. So now I'm going in with my rubber diamond protective shield, and this is like a gel that I'm going to put on the cap to protect my natural hair from the hair glue. And this is basically going to work like how the freeze blast spray works, with just sealing your cap and your hair and creating like a barrier so that the hair glue doesn't get inside your hair, because that gets really messy and nobody wants to deal with that. So I'm making sure that I put on a nice even coat all around my cap, and then you want to make sure it's fully dried. I blew dry it on, I think my setting was like hot, for about 5 minutes or so, because I wanted it to be really dry, and this is what it looks like. So now I'm going in with my bundles. This is the bloom bundles, and I'm going to kind of like measure out the track and then cut it and then glue it. And this is going to be the bulk really of the video, basically just going in and measuring exactly where you want your track to lay. I'm starting out with like ear to ear on the back side, like the back of my head, and I'm just gonna cut that. I have my mark on exactly where I need, and this is actually really forgiving too. Like if you cut it too long, you could just pull one side up a little higher, but you want to make sure as you get closer to the top that you are being more precise, because you won't have that much room to work with. And so now I'm going in with my hair glue, and at first this technique wasn't the best to put the glue on. You see how I'm like constantly moving the track. Later on you're going to see I'm just going to hold it on my left hand, I believe it is, and just let the glue like run all the way down. But now after I place the track with the glue, I'm going to go in with my blow dryer and I'm just going to set it. And this honestly sets like almost instantly, but I'm just going to give it a little bit of, you know, extra reassurance. So blow dry it. I'm going in again and I'm going to measure. So it's measure, cut, glue. See, look at this method. This is the method that I'll be doing like for the rest of the video because it makes so much more sense. I don't have to worry about like the glue moving too much or me getting in the way. Like I just rest it on my hand and slide it all the way down. And so I'm going to place it on my cap, and I'm just going to do this until I reach like closer to the top, and then I'm going to slow it down for you guys just for you to see how I placed it at the top part. I am going to say though, I wish I did lay the tracks like opposite way of how I laid them. Basically, like I wish I laid them to the side instead of bringing it all the way around with that long weft. Instead of creating like a really long pieces just like this, I wish I just laid it on the side so that it fell on the side. It just would make it easier at the top part for the parts. But honestly, it wasn't a big mistake. It's just something that I'll definitely take into consideration for my next quick weave. This was my first time, so it was also learning, but it still turned out bomb. So remember when I said I wanted to lay my weave a certain way? This is how I meant. Like, this is how I wanted to lay my weave on the opposite side also. Like, instead of actually making it come around, I wish I had just laid it flat on the side of the part that's smaller, so on the other side. But it's already done, it's still fine. But this is definitely how I do suggest laying your tracks when it comes closer to the part. Like, lay it so that it lays flat and against the part, not like sideways. So now I'm blow drying the last part of my weave and I'm gonna go into cutting my cap. You want to make sure put like your thumb or something underneath the cap just to make sure that you're not cutting your hair. Like I was really scared about that part, so I made sure that my finger was there first, and then once you start to cut the cap, it's gonna kind of come up, so it makes it a lot easier and you won't be able to cut your hair as much. But just be careful because my hair is black and the cap is black, so it was really close to cutting it. But just make sure you're on top of it and being very delicate. I'm gonna go in now and start dealing with my leave out. So I'm gonna loose it out. Honestly, braiding it made it so much easier. Like it just was out of my way. I didn't have to worry about, you know, when I did the cap, keeping it down or anything. Like braid your leave out. It just makes it so much more easier. So I'm gonna go in with my heat protectant. I'm gonna spray it all over my hair, and then I'm going to define my part. I didn't want it like straight back. I wanted it to have a slight curve, and so that's what I did. So once I've got my part, I'm gonna go in and flat iron my hair. I'm gonna flat iron it really nicely and really smooth. This is just the first set of styling I'm gonna do with my real hair. I'm also gonna curl it just to blend it in with the actual texture of the hair that I've put in. But I went in and I flat ironed both sides of my parts, and I made sure it was nice and smooth. So once I was finished flat ironing my hair, I went in with my wand curler and I wand curled my real hair, and this helped to match the texture of the weave that I have in. And let me tell you, this was my first time using a wand curler on my natural hair, and it looked super good. Like I didn't even know it was gonna curl that good. Like I might actually have to try wand curling my real hair just to see how it looks. But wand curling definitely picked up on the texture of this hair a lot, which I really liked, so that made the blending process a lot more easier. So now I'm gonna go in with my Got To Be gel, and I'm just going to clean up my edges and just create a nice little swoop. This is gonna give it that real like natural look. So I'm using my edge brush and just the Got To Be gel, and I'm just gonna create some swoops. Honestly, y'all, this hair was super easy to install, and I hope you guys give it a chance if you haven't already. So that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys really like this look and that you're gonna try it out. And if you do try it out, comment that down below, because I want to know if you tried it out, how it worked for you, and also how long it lasted with you. I do think I might be working out, so I'm not sure if my time frame will be what this hair can actually hold when you're not, like, you know, in sweating or in a sauna or anything. So please comment down below if you do your hair just like this too, because I want to know how long it lasted for you. I'll probably try doing this style again with no gym and no sauna just to see how it lasts on its own. But until then, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and little extras. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Bye.